past couple of weeks have been turbulent for Drake and his fans. After officially waving the white flag in his beef with Kendrick Lamar, Drake has remained somewhat active. First, he was spotted partying in Turks and Caicos, which is quite ironic considering his line from Meet the Grams. Then, there was the Twitter Riddler, with his cryptic messages and alleged possession of some of Drake's belongings. And yes, journalist Christopher Alvarez now claims Drake did nothing wrong that night. But the more I think about it, the stranger it seems that Drake would choose to hang out with this guy at 3 a.m. in his hotel room, where Christopher claims Drake played him some unheard beats. Not even songs, just beats. Beats that Drake doesn't even make. I don't know, the story just doesn't add up to me. Regardless, in an attempt to silence the critics, Drake did come back with a feature on Sexy Red's new album, specifically on the song You My Everything. I have to say, listening to her part of the song felt like a brain assault. Her performance was just awful, like way worse than Soul Train. It's baffling, really. And then there's Drake's feature, where he tries to silence the haters and diffuse the growing buzz around Metro Boomin's diss beat, BBL Drizzy. What we get from Drake here is the same tired content we've seen over the last few years. Lazy lines about sex and tough guy bars about his entourage. But this line takes the cake. As soon as this shit get resolved, I'll turn librarian for you. I'm booking that shit. Why? Drake then tries to reclaim his status as the true BBL god by sampling the record itself and saying, "Me and the surgeon got history. I changed a lot of girls' lives for real. They need a new body. They hit me." He goes on about how he's likely spent millions on surgeries for various women. Drake is apparently treating women like build-a-bitch projects, trying to turn the joke into a win. That BBL Drizzy hook has been living rent-free in my head for weeks, and the fact that people were dissing him in 1,000 different languages is just hilarious. Overall, the song still makes my ears bleed, at least for the first 2 minutes. But I can't deny that Drake's flow is great here. It's also funny how he keeps fulfilling prophecy. When I see Drake standing next to Sexy Red, I genuinely believe I'm seeing two bad bitches. Even the biggest Drake fan has to admit that the optics are hilarious. Now, more recently, a ghost from Drake's past has reappeared. Ghostwriters. Back in 2015, Drake famously destroyed Meek Mill in a rap battle. He took down a respected street rapper known for his hyped delivery, releasing Charged Up, and then the hit record back-to-back within a week. Drake crushed any chance Meek had by hitting him where it hurt the most. I remember those days. I had just started college, and Back-to-Back was playing at house parties and on the radio. It was clear. Meek was cooked. Even though Meek dropped some decent records like Wanna Know, War Pain, and Pray for M, they were completely overshadowed by Back-to-Back. In these songs, Meek talked about how Drake was an inauthentic artist, even calling him the new Milli Vanilli, referencing the infamous R&B duo who didn't sing their own songs. But it didn't matter. Meek could have dropped the most scathing diss record of all time, and no one would have cared because Drake had already won in the court of public opinion. Fast forward to now, and what Kendrick did to Drake recently is exactly what Drake did to Meek almost a decade ago. Like Meek, Drake dropped some decent records during the beef, but they got eclipsed by Kendrick's hits. Kendrick got 2 platinum records, calling Drake a PDF file, while Drake seemingly went into the battle with no strategy, which is why he lost. To Meek's credit, he did expose a glaring weakness in Drake's armor back then: the ghostwriting allegations. Meek called Drake out for getting help from ghostwriters on some of his biggest songs. This led to the term OVO sweatshop being coined, suggesting Drake used his label to bring in talent, exploit their ideas, and then take credit for their work. Meek called out Quentin Miller for his contributions to If You're Reading This, It's Too Late, saying, "Stop comparing Drake to me, too. He don't write his own raps. That's why he ain't tweet my album, because we found out." Following this beef, reference tracks to several Drake songs were leaked, shocking fans as they heard Quentin Miller rapping melodies and choruses from songs like Rico, 10 Bands, Know Yourself, and Legend. Other reference tracks came from Party Next Door for songs like Company, Legend, and You With Me. Imagine this. Your dream is to write for a massive artist like Drake, but you don't even get paid for your contributions. The flow, cadence, everything is mapped out on the reference track. Should we be surprised? Probably not, but it's another prophecy coming true. When you compare that to a manufactured mega artist like Drake, who has no boundaries on which flow or style he might steal next, it's an uphill battle. Coming in with no strategy at all was a horrible decision. Drake went from begging Kendrick to drop to saying, "Oh well, that was just a fun little sparring session." He got cooked so badly that almost a month later, Drake's biggest fanboys are still scrambling and crying over this massive loss. It's beyond easy to trigger them at this point. But what do you guys think about this whole situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching today's video, dropping a like, and subscribing. It's been your boy, the Tan Superman, and there are more rap scandals that need to be covered, so I'm out. Peace.